right, we made it. We almost didn't because I forgot. Also, we were really busy today. It is Saturday, but I was still working today, so getting through work. And work is a little bit busier than I thought it would be for today. Had to do some errands. Actually, I did do a lot of errands, come to think of it. My facial hair is like almost all the way back in. I need to shave again. I need to reshame myself. But anyways, here we are. Day 33. That loaded actually really well. It didn't freeze me, so fingers crossed. It keeps doing that. I also wonder if it's doing that on the stream or just for me, because sometimes it looks like I'm lagging on my end, but it's just the app. Gotta love Streamlabs OBS. Anywho, day 33. Yesterday was the dreaded rest day, so had to be really careful with my calories. Went slightly over. I think it was like 15 when 1500 is my goal. Was not that active. Like, we went to Costco, got some steps in that way, but overall nothing substantial, nothing where I'd be like, oh yeah, I really kicked ass today on my day off. So I was a little bit nervous, but oddly I trust in this. There's my Shiba Inu in the background barking like she always does. I was like, I'll trust the scale. The scale will tell me the truth of the thing. So I weighed in this morning and it was a pound down. So I was like, cool, that's really good. Very happy to see that. 1 pound down means the monthly total is now up to 3 pounds down. And total weight loss since I started is 31.2 pounds, which is great. Gotta keep going on that. But yeah, don't have to do any check marks for yesterday's workout, morning or evening, because it was the rest day. Today, though, this is where things get interesting. This is where the bad news shows up. Give me 1 sec. I just realized my chat's not open, so just in case a person pops in and wants to say hi, I don't want to ignore them. Even though that is a rarity nowadays, or around these parts. Yeah. Anyways, so got on the bike. Was like, all right, we're going to bust out 30 minutes. We're going to try and get 9 miles. Going to try and do this program where I usually finish around 8.5 and really push the pace. I've been pushing the pace a lot. My left pedal makes a lot of noise. I've had this thing for about 4 years now. And I've actively used it, I would say, for maybe a year and a half. Like, it's been abandoned several times. So it doesn't have that many miles on it. But I mean, when I go, I usually do like a minimum of 6 or 7 miles, sometimes up to 20 to 25. So I've put a few thousand miles on this thing for sure. So I got on the bike, I'm going, and I'm like, okay, it's not squeaking today. I've put oil on the thing before. I've tried to take the wheel off, and I've just been like, or the pedal off, and have been unsuccessful. So I'm like, what the fuck, man? So it's just very noisy sometimes. Today it wasn't noisy, but the pedal, like, when you have your foot on it, like, the pedal's just supposed to go around and stay the same spot. This pedal, like, wobbles like this. So I have tried to take that really, really hard fucking bolt, excuse me, nut on this bolt, and like get it off there so I can see if there's something wrong. Won't come off no matter what I do. So I was like, all right, well, I'll just deal with it. Because it kind of makes my foot hurt, because my foot's like moving like this while I'm pedaling a bike, and really pushing hard, like 90 RPM. And the resistance is like, 8 to 9. So I'm, trying to do 30 minutes and bust out 10 miles eventually by pushing that resistance higher and higher. It's fucking my foot up. It's hurting my left foot. I already have a bad foot on my right side, so I'm like, I don't need 2 bad feet. Fuck that. So long story short, today it's wobbling worse than normal, but not making any noise. And I mean, it's like fucking moving like every time, every revolution. I'm doing fucking 90 revolutions per minute. So by like 8 minutes, and I'm like, fuck, dude, my foot is killing me. So I kept stopping, and I'm like, what is happening? I'm like spinning it, trying to see if like there's anything I can see that's coming through. Nothing. It's just wobbling. So I'm like, just get through these 30 minutes and figure it out. Like, take it off, however you have to. So I'm like, I'm going to get my fucking vice grip pliers and take this fucking thing off. So I get to 30 minutes. The machine beeps, tells me I made it. I'm like at 8.7. A little bit disappointed, but considering how much pain my left foot was in, I was like, all right, whatever. It could be worse. So I reach down, and I'm playing with the pedal again. The pedal literally just comes right out. It's right here. This is the pedal. So I'm going to do this. It should have autofocus on. But of course it's not autofocusing. It always puts me out of focus, except when I'm trying to get it. So if I bring that close enough, you can see there's metal shavings on the top of it. And you can see these threads are pretty well intact. And that's because, for whatever fucking reason, it was wobbling like this inside of the hole that has the threads for it to thread into, and just rubbing all those threads off. So essentially what it did over the last month is wobble enough where the place this needs to seat into is now just a smooth hole that it just sits into, and I was lucky enough it didn't fall out. It is fucked. Like, I checked to see a replacement arm. I've done a lot of research. And I'm going to share my screen here. Give me one moment. So I'm moving this over here, and we're going to take a look at this together. So I can just commiserate a little bit. Sharing my screen. So I've checked this fucking arm, because this is what I need to reconnect this to the bike, and then this is the part it's supposed to go into, right? And this is a universal, or excuse me, this is a R616. And everywhere I go, it's out of stock. And like the earliest it's saying that it could come in is in several months. So I can't go several months without cardio if I'm in the middle of this. And everywhere I go, like Nautilus's website doesn't even sell the replacement part for this specific unit. And then there's all these secondhand places that sell Nautilus parts, but do not sell this specific part. This one sells the arms, the crank arms in sets. So you have to buy both of them. So I was like, whatever, I'll buy both of them. Go in there, extend a back order maybe several months before we receive this part. It's been discontinued everywhere I look. So I'm also looking on Amazon for places that have like universal pieces that might fit, but as you can see, there's some that are square, or this is called diamond if the square point is at the top, and then otherwise it's a square interface. And this thing is like a hex. So I was looking through the actual manual to see what I could fucking do. Just a lot of bad news all around. So I do 10 minutes of warm up for my evening workout. And I was just like, what the fuck am I going to do, man? Like, I don't have my thing anymore. I'm going to switch myself back over to the chatting window. But all that said, I do get to check mark this morning's workout. I was very annoyed. So I got through that and then started figuring out, like, what am I going to do for 10 minutes of cardio to warm up for the evening? I haven't even let myself, until this moment, think about the fact that I have to do 30 minutes of cardio at some point tomorrow. And the day after that, I have to do 60 minutes, 2 sets of 30. So it's bummed me out quite a bit. So I, at like 5:45, I came upstairs and I just took this fucking thing. I jammed it in that hole. And it's like, it's long enough where it's not going to fall out just by sitting there. It'll be like crooked. And I did 10 minutes on the bike. And that's why it has fresh metal shavings on it, is because I'm just boring that fucking hole smoother and smoother. So I got through 10 minutes. And then today was the day that I was going to start doing more exercise. So went in the gym. I can check mark that before I move over. So we'll take that check mark. Yay. And then share the screen again. The transition didn't work that time for me. Anywho, that's December. We're looking at January. We are 1 pound down for the day. I had 327 calories for my dinner. I did 327. It's just my 3 is not working, or my 2 is not working, or my brain is not working. There we go. So I'm 22 calories over, which isn't terrible. And that's not too bad, because 245 of those calories are a protein shake that I drank right afterwards. As far as exercise schedule goes, this is no longer accurate, and I will be updating this. So workout A is now 10 minutes of cardio, chest, which is bench press. Actually, we did workout B today. So we started out with preacher curls on my preacher curl bench. And then we did rows, then we did shrugs, and then I switched to hammer curls. And then I did bent over rows on the bench. And then for my second traps, I did barbell chin rows. I forget what you call them. You're just holding the barbell and bringing it up to your chin. And then I came back around for an extra 3 sets, and I went back and did my standard, which is preacher curls, lat pull downs, and then more shrugs. So added on about 22 minutes onto my workout, which is fine. And I'm also going to be doing that for tomorrow. I'm going to do my 3 same groups, but instead of going bench press, which I have been doing, I'm going to go bench press, incline press, bench press, shoulders. I'm going to do lifts and dips, rotator cuff, which is just this with like a 2 pound weight in there with my arms like completely perpendicular to the ground, parallel to the ground, excuse me, and then go back and do more lifts and dips. And then for triceps, I'm going to do pull downs, individual arms, pull downs, double arms, and then pull downs, individual arms again. And then I might, instead of doing that in the middle, do bent over tricep like rows. those are not the best for my shoulder because the shoulder stabilizes so much. So I'm not really trying to aggravate my shoulder, but I'm definitely trying to add in more weightlifting. So I do think that will result in either me not gaining strength and being more sore and having to add more calories to my diet, or hopefully just burning more calories and either maintaining strength or gaining strength over the next 4 to 6 weeks. So we'll see what happens. My rest day, I'm taking this up to bust 9 nuts, so we'll see what I can do there. I just noticed that this is not accurate. It's fucking driving me crazy. I gotta fix it. No, it's not thick enough. It's way not thick enough now. Fuck. This is the worst. Okay. I don't know how this one is this thick. If this is the thickest. Just saying. I've decided that I don't care. There, I fixed this up. Okay. I just didn't click it. So yeah, today's just been a challenging day. And now that I'm done with all my shit, my exercise for the day, and I can actually think about stuff, I have been looking into this, and I'll share this really fast, actually. So let me switch back over to this. So for rewards, what I told myself was at 330, which I'm really close to, I was going to get a Magic the Gathering cards booster box. Around 300, I was going to get new hoodies. 275, I told myself Bears tickets for next season because I figured by then it'll probably be like May-ish. And then if I get to 264, that'll be 100 pounds down, and I would allow myself to buy an Averon rower, which are not cheap. But I figured that way I'd be like really just like locked the fuck in, not feeling like it could just be like a fad type of thing. And I wouldn't feel bad about doing it. I am considering it now because to get another recumbent bike, if I want one that's not shitty, it'll probably be like $600-700. An Averon is much more than that. I can get a rower that's cheaper than that, but again, like I don't want to get something that is not gonna last because I kind of cheap. This Nautilus that I bought wasn't supposed to be cheap. It was like $650, I think, when I bought it, but I knew it wasn't like gym quality. And I'm not hard on my machines or anything like that, but like if I do use them, I use them at like the high end. Like I usually have my resistances really high, and I push really fucking hard. So I don't really want to buy a rower and then have it fucking break and have it break just out of the warranty in like 2 or 3 years, And that's the other thing too. If I would have just kept using my bike, this thing would have broken much, much sooner. So I'm looking at these Averon rowers and trying to decide what I want to do here. I don't know where a bunch of my tabs went. But I have replacement parts up the ass. So I've been looking at them, and like the cheapest rower I'm trying to look at one without the fucking thing. The Strong Go rower means you don't have a screen. You can just use your own like screen. So you can use your own iPad. You can use your own phone, but it only says iPad. It doesn't say that you can use like a Samsung device, which is what I have for everything. But it is cheaper. This is $14.99 versus one that comes with a screen, which is a touch screen, which is $18.99. Just seeing that number just makes me so upset. $66 a month is doable with a firm though. And then this thing, the second package has different straps for your feet, a rower mat, which I would definitely need to get a mat for it, a better seat, and then the quick adjust remote and the pulse monitor. I'm not too worried about the pulse monitor, but the quick adjust remote, I'm like, I don't know if that's something I will need, but that sounds like something that I currently fucking use all the time. So either way, man, I'm just a little bit down today. The day kind of kicked my ass today, guys. Not the exercise, but just all that stuff. Some of the work stuff that we did today was just like, okay, cool. I just felt like, we're moving backwards. Like we're making progress on certain things, then other things take longer than it should. And it's just been a challenging day. So I am happy that I didn't abandon my workouts. I didn't take it to heart and decide like, fuck everything and just start eating and eat my feelings. I actually never even had the instinct to do that. I was just like, damn, this sucks. Like I was like, I will bitch, but I am not going to abandon the workout or the diet, which is like usually my go-to. As soon as something goes wrong for the day, I'm like, I earned this. I deserve this. But I didn't have that happen today. So tomorrow will be a lot more challenging when I have to figure out how I'm going to get 30 minutes of cardio and maybe just jam this fucking thing back into the recumbent bike and Hope it doesn't fly off. My concern is it's going to fly out. I'm going to twist my ankle or I'm going to fucking scrape my leg on the fucking arm. We'll see what happens, but I got to figure something else out. It's also pouring rain outside, so I could use my actual bike and try and go for a bike ride, which has been in my mind. Like, if it's not raining tomorrow, I'll try and do a bike ride. But the other thing that sucks is I work from home, and this right now is the time where, like, I fucking have to be home if something goes wrong. And if I'm 30 minutes away on a bike and someone messages me like, hey, can you meet right now? I'm going to have to take the fucking call on the side of the road. And in a lot of cases, like, I'll like take a meeting and do the bike from the house, because if something really pops off and I can't just answer while I'm on the bike, I can be like, hang on one sec, and walk over to my computer, which is, 15 steps away. So it definitely is making this a lot more challenging. I am happy that this happened over a month after I started, because if this would have happened right away, it might have been like the death knell for the fucking thing. Also, this stream has really helped me. Doing this stream to keep myself honest and doing fucking Wordle at the same time means if I don't do the stream, I don't get to Wordle, and if I don't Wordle, my streak gets broken. And I can't stream until I've done my first workout. Like, that's just something I have in my mind. So overall, it's been helpful. So let's do Wordle. If you Wordle and you're watching and you haven't done it yet, don't watch. If you have done it, don't give me hints. I don't want them. All right, so we have everything we fucking need. Stare. Does that line up? I think it does. Motherfucker. That's funny. Okay, so no, it can't be that. So it's got to be ITA. Is that a fucking word? I'm sure I've heard this word before, but for whatever reason, it's not in my brain right now.
Sitar.
I don't think my desk. I usually keep my desktop audio off. Oh, look, I accidentally fucked this up. There we go. All right, so.
Sitar.
It's an instrument. I knew that somewhere in the back of my brain, but I wouldn't have guessed it unless it was forced upon me by my method showing me exactly what fucking letters they were going to be and where they had to be. So yeah, that's good. We'll see what happens. I'm going to make a decision tonight on what my future is going to be. So for cardio, I was really thinking like I just buy some fucking Loctite and stuff this thing in there and then just hope that it just seals up. But Loctite, I'm going to have to put a fuck ton in there because there's like this void. And Loctite's usually done best when you're actually just like threading something into threads that exist. I saw something where you can fill something up, put this in there, leave it until it's like starts to get hard, but it hasn't fully hardened, unscrew it, and then let it sit overnight to create new threads. And I was like, that could work, except that I'd have to put the fucking thing on its side, make sure it's level, because I can't take the fucking arm off without disassembling the entire thing. And to take the arm off entirely, I have to buy a specific tool. So there's a lot. Like, basically, to fix this thing, it's going to be a couple of $100 and a ton of manual labor and waiting on some parts to come in. Or I can try and do it a little bit janky and hope the pedal doesn't wind up crooked or just snapping off once I'm done. And even that's going to be probably around $150. And a lot of time spent balancing this thing out. And in the meantime, I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do for cardio. I mean, like, it's easy for someone to be like, oh, just run or just do stairs, stuff like that. My right foot is so fucking bad that when I'm doing the stairs, it honestly feels like it's cracked. Like, I feel like my heel is fucking broken. So I've been planning on going to the doctor to figure out what it is, which is why doing the recumbent bike has been like helpful for me to not feel that pain and start to get back into shape. I don't even have leg days, obviously, in my workout stuff. And that's not just because I'm a little bitch who likes to skip leg day. Legs are strongest for me. Legs are usually really fun to do because I can do like really high PRs. It's because my foot is fucked and I don't want to aggravate it any further. Like, it's just unfortunate, man. So lots of the cardio that I would normally just lean on, like just walking or just doing the bike, like they have different things besides the fact that it would carry me away from home when I need to be here. And on top of that, like, fuck up my foot. Like, the bike at the very least probably would be very similar to what I'm doing now. But yeah, we're going to figure it out one way or the other. So tomorrow I might wind up lifting in the morning so I can buy myself more time to come with a solution. Or if it's going to rain in the afternoon, I might wind up doing the bike in the morning. I don't know, man. I'm just talking out loud so I can work through this in my brain a little bit. But we're at 21 minutes. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go chill with Robin and try and have a nice laid back evening. So I hope you guys do the same. I will be back tomorrow. Goodbye.